Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or even good night, depending on where in the world you are joining us from, and welcome to the Awards in Regulatory Excellence Finalists announcement. We know many of you are excited to know who the finalists are, but first, let me hand over to Topra's Chief Executive, Kevin Pay.
This virtual gathering is very different from the networking event we'd originally planned at Topla, but unfortunately we don't have an option this year. But there's plenty to celebrate as we recognise the achievements of all this year's finalists of the 2020 Awards for Regulatory Excellence, and we're delighted that so many of you have chosen to attend this event to hear the announcement of those finalists. It's been a tough year. I'm immensely proud of the regulatory professionals who have stepped up to the plate to help facilitate the speedy delivery of new indications for existing treatments and identify potential candidates for innovative vaccines and medical products. It was also pleasing that so many of you took the opportunity to nominate their colleagues at a time when you're facing additional workload and in some cases personal pressures. All the categories, apart from the Futures one, received a good number of high quality nominations. Everyone who was put forward can rightfully feel proud of the recognition their colleagues have given them. However, not everybody can reach the finals, and this event demonstrates the calibre of the entries we've received. Our judging panel had a difficult task evaluating so many stars. I'd like to say a big thank you to the judges at this point. They're diligent, and most importantly, their ability to stick to our tight timelines are greatly appreciated. Before we get to the announcements, we need to acknowledge the important contribution that our sponsors make to the awards. Without their support, we'd be unable to deliver such a successful and prestigious event each year. Without further ado, I'd like to hand over to my colleague, Eric Schmidt, who will tell you more. Thank you.
This year we have Pharmimab and Roche as our awards champions. Thank you to all our sponsors. Now it's time to find out who our finalists are this year.
Thank you to all our sponsors. Now it's time to find out who our finalists are this year. Here's Benedict Lamb, our Communications and Managing Editor, to start the ball rolling.
Our communication category recognises regulatory professionals conveying complex healthcare messages to a broader audience. I am sure you will agree this is a particularly pertinent skill in the situation of a global pandemic. And the finalists are Michael Day, Senior Director, Regulatory Science and Co-Head, Complex Biologic, Voisin Consulting, USA. Monia Al-Azouzi, for the Medical Device Made Easy podcast, CEO, EC Medical Device, Switzerland. Regulatory COVID-19 Task Force, led by Louise Hayes, Global Regulatory Lead, and Nausicaa Chronido-Horst, Franchise Head Oncology, Roche, Switzerland, UK and USA. I'm sure you will all join me in congratulating these worthy finalists.
I'm really proud, to be honest, because I think this category is really suitable for me, because mainly what I'm doing is mainly communication. I communicate through my blog posts, I communicate through my podcast, I communicate through my YouTube channel, through LinkedIn, where I'm doing a lot of videos and sharing that. So I'm really happy that I'm nominated on this category.
And here to introduce our next category is our Head of Membership and Data Insight, Sinead Whelan.
Always a popular category, contribution this year attracted a particularly high number of entries. This isn't surprising, as it honours regulatory professionals who have made a significant contribution to a team or regulatory project. Join me in congratulating the following finalists. Hina Dixit, Regulatory Manager, New Product Evaluations from Norgine UK. Jane Howard-Jones, Senior Director, International RA from Gilead Sciences UK. Mary Ryan, Quality Assurance and Regulatory Affairs Director from Penlon UK. Pierre Omnes, ED, SSU and Regulatory from Syneos Health, France. Rudiger Pankow, Principal Consultant Regulatory Affairs from Parexel International, Germany. Please join me in thanking the above finalists who represent the best in regulatory affairs.
I'm really delighted to be considered as a contribution category finalist for the TOPRA Excellence Awards. I've had a strong impact on the RA community. That's been through a lot of feedback from social media such as LinkedIn and Facebook, where other colleagues and people within my network have come back to me saying and celebrating the good news of the pillar of RA within the industry and how we've been like a leading light in achieving CE so quickly, but not only just within our healthcare industry, but from feedback from people in automotive and Formula One, agriculture and aerospace.
It has been a great honour to be nominated as a finalist in the contribution category. It has truly been an unbelievable year, not just because of the pandemic and COVID-19, but this led to an opportunity to lead a European marketing authorisation for a treatment for COVID-19, from rolling submission through to approval in record time.
Dear TOPRA Awards Committee, dear colleagues, even being nominated for the TOPRA Awards of Regulatory Excellence is an incredible honour. How much more do I now feel honoured being one of the selected finalists for this year's awards in the category Contribution. I wanted to express my gratitude to TOPRA to be placed in such distinguished ranks.
I'm delighted to hand over the next finalist list to Samantha Cooper, our Director of Professional Development.
The education category is one that is closest to my heart, as it appreciates significant contributions to regulatory education, professional development and training. This year, we're celebrating a wide range of educational activities from these finalists. BSc Pharmaceutical Science with Regulatory Affairs, the course team at Kingston University, UK. Faster Filing Knowledge Cycling team, led by Detlef Hold, Maxine Warren and Lincoln Shand from Roche in Switzerland and the USA. And the regulatory team at Treveritas, a Knoll company. It's a great lineup. Please take this opportunity to recognise their achievements.
Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Freestone. I'm the course director for Pharmaceutical Science degree with Regulatory Affairs at Kingston University. I'm very pleased that the course I lead has been shortlisted for an Education Category Award by TOPRA. I'm most pleased for my students, as this reaffirms the value of their degree and reassures them that they can play a positive and meaningful role in society. My immediate response to being shortlisted was of gratitude. I am thankful that the hard work of all my students and everyone associated with the course has been recognised by TOPRA in this way.
And now it's time to find out more about some exceptional newcomers to the profession with our Regulatory Intelligence and Symposium Manager, Raluca Radu.
The Horizon category recognizes outstanding regulatory ability in individuals with fewer than 5 years' experience in the regulatory profession. I'm sure you will agree that this group of new professionals has already made a positive impact, not only to their colleagues, but in their potential for the profession. Misae Takahashi, Regulatory Associate, Syneos Health Clinical, Japan. Shazia Syed, Regulatory Affairs Associate and Pharmacist, Rapport Global Strategic Services, UK. Tobias Fleischmann, Principal Regulatory Affairs Specialist, PPD, Germany. Join me in acknowledging their efforts made over the course of a few short years.
everyone, I'm Shazia and I work for Rapport Global Strategic Services. I found out a few weeks ago that I had been nominated for a TOPRA award for regulatory excellence and was absolutely blown away by the gesture.
Hello, I'm so happy to be a finalist in the Horizon category because it's only open for beginners and the opportunity is quite limited.
In a few years' time, maybe these nominees will be recognised in the next category. Here's Janine Willis, our Director of Communications, to reveal the next group of finalists.
Encouragingly, innovation was the most popular category this year with an exceptional number of entries. They all demonstrate outstanding achievements in developing and deploying innovative regulatory ideas and processes. The resulting high number of finalists reflects both the quality and the range of successful regulatory projects. Here are the finalists. ACRO, the Association of Clinical Research Organisations, and the Decentralised Clinical Trials Working Party, with Medidata. A PPD COVID-19 expedited clinical trial startup from a regulatory team in Taiwan, Portugal, Korea, and the US. Sanofi's Gravitate Hackathon and Agile Methodology Project from a team working across France, USA, and the Netherlands. Labelling process and documentation redesign from Merck Sharp & Dohme in the US. The Regulatory Process Automation Factory, developed by Roche in Switzerland. Novartis's Team Doxter, based in India and the US. It's great to see so many great ideas in action. Please join me in acknowledging their achievements.
The Labeling Process and Documentation Redesign team at MSD was excited to learn of the nomination for the 2020 TOPRA Innovation Award and is looking forward to this year's virtual award ceremony. Being a finalist celebrates the hard work of a global team and is a testament to the power of collaboration across geographies.
Hello everyone, my name is Rishikesh Dhongre and I am representing Team Doxter from Novartis Pharmaceutical Corporation. It is really prideful thing for us to be part of this year's finalists under Innovation category for Regulatory Excellence Award. It is the best platform to showcase the innovation on which we were working since last couple of years, and we are really looking forward for 19th November, which will be the final award date.
I'm really proud to be a finalist in this innovation category because it's a category that really resonates well with me. It makes me proud of the work I do, and it makes me want to push the boundaries even further. It's really a great boost.
We're truly honored that the Roche Regulatory Process Automation Factory has been shortlisted as finalists for the TOPRA Awards in Regulatory Excellence and Innovation. At Roche, we take huge pride in the innovation that we're bringing to our medicines. And through this award, we're equally so proud of the transformative efforts in enabling us to bring those medicines to patients faster through automation.
It's time to move on to another well-loved category. Here's my colleague Sarah Roberts, Conference and Accreditation Lead, to tell you all about it.
We all relate to someone, and if we are lucky, more than one person in our career who has taken the time to encourage, support and guide us. We are clearly fortunate in regulatory affairs that so many people are happy to mentor their colleagues, and so many recipients seek to recognise them for it. Let's celebrate the following mentors who have inspired the intellect or prompted action or innovative outcomes in their nominators. Angela Stokes, Vice President, Regulatory Affairs Services, Synteract UK. Anne Dupraz-Poisson, Chief Regulatory Officer, Orchard Therapeutics UK. Francisca Pesana, Regulatory Team Leader, Roche UK. Marguerite Privatat, Senior Director, Global Regulatory Affairs, Rare Disease, Ipsen Innovation, France. Thank you to the finalists and to all the other unsung regulatory stars.
Hello, my name is Angela Stokes and I am Vice President of Regulatory Affairs at Synteract. Being nominated by your colleagues for an award is very humbling, and being thought of as inspirational even more so.
Hello, I'm Marguerite Prévotat, Senior Director in Global Regulatory Affairs at Ipsen. It was really a true surprise to be nominated, and I'm very touched to have been nominated in this inspiration category. I'm a part of such a great team within Ipsen, and we are all going in the same direction, and it's really a great experience to work in the rare disease space, and in FOP in particular.
It's time to find out more about our last shortlist of finalists. I'm going to hand you back over to Janine Willis to reveal them.
Where would the regulatory sector be without all the various service providers and consultancies on hand to offer additional support, expertise, or step in with extra resource when it matters? This award is designed to show our appreciation for the critical role that such organisations play in drug development and life cycle management. This year we have 4 finalists in the support category. They are Estelle Decali from Blue Reg France, the PPD regulatory team working in the UK, Belgium and Spain on specific Bristol-Myers Squibb and Celgene clinical trials, REPA, the Regulatory Intelligence Policy and Advocacy team, also from PPD and based across Europe and USA. And lastly, the US-based Waze Pharmaceutical Services team. Please take this opportunity to thank them now.
Dear colleagues, dear TOPRA members and judges, my name is Estelle Decali. This is very exciting to be selected as a finalist among such incredible competition and also high-profile background. I would like to thank the TOPRA organization and the judges also for the recognition of my commitments and the hard work achieved these few years on challenging projects to deliver high quality and successful regulatory services to our customer Ipsen in tight timelines.
To round off the evening, I'm going to hand you back to Kevin Pay.
In case you are wondering, as in previous years, there's no shortlist for the Lifetime Achievement Award. This special award recognises individuals who throughout their life's endeavours have made a significant impact on healthcare regulatory affairs. You'll have to wait until November the 19th, when the awards ceremony will go live, to find out who has won this prestigious accolade. Please don't forget to sign up for the virtual awards ceremony via the TOPRA website to hear more about the finalists and the winners as they are announced on the night. Please put November the 19th in your diary. Thank you and good night.